I think the most pleasing thing is to come back from conceding an early goal away from home, never easy. So we made it hard for ourselves, but played really well in the end.
I'm happy I got the goal quickly after that miss. The second one I was much more central. The first one, the angle wasn't as good. But yeah, obviously I should score both.
They were unhappy about your opening goal, thought there was a handball in there. I know that you're happy that you scored, but can you see where they're coming from?
Well, for me the rules are slightly unclear. I don't know where the cut-off point is. Of course it hit Joe's hand, I can't deny that. But it was from that point onwards, I thought it was a really good goal.
If all things were equal and balanced, we would have won today.
But what does that mean? Because it's a bit ambiguous.
That just means that things weren't equal and weren't balanced, that's all.
In terms of who you had available, is that what you mean?
If all things were well balanced and equal, and we would have won that game today.
Can I just check? Do you mean that officiating areas?
You can check. You can talk about whatever you want. You don't want to have an opinion. You want my even and balanced today. We would have won that game.
What do you think he means, Mike?
I think he was trying to say things wasn't equal and balanced, Gary.
I think you might have a point. We'll come on to whether we think it was equal and balanced in a moment. It was a 5th win on the bounce now for Newcastle, and they certainly had a good balance in midfield, Danny.
They did. Eddie Howe's tweaked it recently. They've got Tonali sitting now, and the other two, Bruno and Joe Linton, running forward, complement each other well. I think they're the main reason Newcastle have had this great resurgence recently. They're physically great, powerful, good energy, but technically really good as well, with the composure to dictate, control games, especially in the first half. They were outstanding. They take risks. They go high. They did this at Old Trafford, close together, which is great. This is for the equaliser. First, Tonali leaves his position, feels like he can go and win it. Joe Linton backs him up. And a great finish from Anthony Gordon. But this was time and time again. I mean, they were up against 3 as well today. It wasn't an overload like some weeks we can see 3v2. This is the composure I'm talking about, being patient, experienced players, all demanding it, all wanting it. Great little pass from Bruno. And as you see, just on the edge of the box, there's Joe Linton. Yeah. I mean, his energy to continually get up and down the pitch is unbelievable. Mike and I were joking about, I don't know what he has for pre-match, but we need some. This is the distances when you're defending. Makes it really hard to play through. And when you do win it back, somebody's always close to you to find the next pass. What's great about this clip is as Bruno plays the pass and follows it to get round Anthony Gordon, if you look at the other two, covering the yards and the distance to support the play on the edge of the box. They win it back here. Anthony Gordon wins it back, but there's the 3 of them close proximity, high up the pitch again, trying to find, and then again picking the right pass, getting Newcastle up the pitch time and time again. Second half, fantastic clip this, because the 3 of them are in their own 18-yard box, and when they do win it back, legs, fitness, willingness, all those things you want from midfield players. Tonali this time, it's not rigid. He's comfortable at times, leaving that position, knowing that someone else will fill in for him. And it falls to Anthony Gordon and he should finish. But in recent weeks, that 3 are as good as anything in the Premier League, probably other than the Liverpool 3. Distance run out of possession is what I'm talking about. Now, if you've got 3 midfielders in a team who are first, second and third, and this is both teams, by the way, in the match, you've got hell of a chance of winning football matches. They've just got to keep going now.
Confident as well. Very confident.
Super confident,
Really good. Let's get on to what we think Ange Postecoglou was talking about when he said it wasn't equal and balanced. There's a few decisions to look at. Go through it, boys.
Yeah. I mean, the first one here, the build-up to the goal with Joe Linton, I mean, it's a natural position. And he didn't score the goal, so I think he gets that one right. I think this could be a second yellow, because you don't open your arms like that when you're about to press. I think he's lucky.
Little lucky.
Yeah. This one with Joe Linton, I don't think is enough for a red card there. I don't know about you, Danny.
No, I agree. It's coming together.
It's the other way, and that one is, that was in the box.
That could have been given, because he was bleeding after this as well. I know it's accidental.
He just touched the ball fractionally, but
he does get him.
Yeah.
It could be given though.
Yeah.
You've sat on the fence there.
What about Spurs, though? In terms of goals scored and goals conceded this season after 20 games, compared with last season, it's almost identical, yet they're 15 points worse off. How do you explain that?
Well, a struggle. I mean, it's been an absolutely bizarre season for them. They've had some horrendous injuries. They've had some wonderful performances, but they've come out on the wrong end of too many tight games.
A little bit unlucky as well, then you have to say. They try to play the football the right way. Big injuries, and at times they've been a little bit exposed at the back. But today I thought they did all right.
Do you think things have been equal and balanced or not? Move on. Fifth place could be enough for Champions League football. Not a scenario Manchester City would have been considering at the start of the season. West Ham arrived at the Etihad off the back of conceding 5 against Liverpool. Conor McNamara, watch this one.
Last season, this fixture fell on the last day of the campaign, the day that City were crowned title winners for a 4th year in a row. The reigning champion.
Andy, that must have proved a very frustrating end to the afternoon for you. And what does it tell you about your Chelsea team and where they are at the moment?
No, yeah. As I said, I just said that probably we did enough to win the game today. Between first half and second half, I think we create chances enough to win the game. But in football, you need to be clinical. Otherwise, the game is always open, especially in this stadium. You know, any transition, any corner boost the energy for them. But unfortunately, at the end we concede. But overall, I think today we did enough to win the game.
So what does that tell you about? I mean, it's now 4 games since you won, and it's quite a frustrating spell for you. And Newcastle have gained ground on you again today. So what does it tell you about the mentality for you?
No, it's 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, we were talking about title race. Now, I never thought that we knew that Newcastle, Aston Villa will be there, the City will be for sure there. So for me, it's not about the table. It's just about to see how we can improve things. Today, the performance for me was very good on the ball, off the ball. But this moment of the season, I knew that it's going to happen in any season for any team, that you have some moment that you are not able to win games. The reason why, I think every game is different. Sometimes it's for one reason, sometimes it's for different reason. But today, if I have to decide the reason why we didn't win the game, I think it's just try to be clinical when you have the chance to kill the game, because 2-0 probably the game is finished. But if you continue to be, open at the end, you are going to concede some transition, some corner, and you can concede.
Bobby.
Against Everton and Fulham, you made, I think, 2 subs and 1 sub. And then today you made 2. It felt like earlier in the season.
Sometimes when we do some change, it's because there is one that is not doing enough, and we change for another one. Or simple, because the one that is playing is tired or is not pressing good. And today, I think the 11 that they were in the pitch, they were all good. Pedro was very good. Jadon was very good. Nico was good. Cole was good. Enzo was good. Moy was good. Josh was good. I mean, make change for change, I don't like. I like to make change when there is any reason why. And the reason why we changed Nico is because he was pressing, was a bit tired, 10 minutes, 15 minutes to go. Mark is fresh, new energy. And exactly the same with the Noni, with the Jadon. So this is the reason why.
Nizar?
Could you tell me about your decision to pick Josh Ashington for his first Premier League start? How brave was that decision? How well did he do?
No, for me it was, all the players for me, they were good today. But if I have to decide for one, I think for sure Josh was our best player because of the age, because it was the first game. And the reason why is because I already said with you many times that Josh for me can be a top player for this club, but he needs the right path, the right moment. With young players, you have to decide in which moment. And we decide today because we saw that he is ready. And today I think he showed how good he is. Now, again, because the age, he has to slow down, work hard, and take the next chance.
Sure you trust him though, because some people could say maybe we should sign a centre back. You have 2 injured now, but it shows maybe you trust Josh to be one of the centre backs.
Yeah, even if we don't decide to buy player or sell players because we win or we lose game, or because Josh showed that we knew already that Josh is good enough. But probably with the West and Benoit injury, we see if something is going to happen.
Liam.
Fatigue can often be an issue at this time of year, tiredness
with the matches so close together. You've got the FA Cup third round now. Is there an opportunity to get a bit of a refresh?
Yeah, for sure. Now, fortunately, they just said me now that after September is the first week that we have entire week now, so we have chance to work this week and then prepare the FA Cup game and then again with the Premier League. Yeah, but that is going to be like this until the end. We can be fifth, or we can be sixth in the table. We can be third, second again, hopefully. But at the end, I think it's going to be until the last 2-3 games, and then when we are right there, we see.
Malik.
Just on what you're saying about needing to be more clinical, you said something similar apart from the Everton game, even the Palace game at home. What do you do to improve that? Is it a mentality thing among the forwards?
No. First of all, I always said that the important thing is to create chances, because if you create chances, it means that you are doing the right things, and then you have to take that chances. I think if you think about Ipswich game, we had again so many chances there. Sometimes it's football. Sometimes you create and you score. Sometimes you create one chance and you score one, and sometimes you need to create 10 to score 2. In this moment, it's like this. What we can do? Try to be even more intense during the week when we prepare the game, even if the intensity or the intention of the players is top. But for sure, it's something that probably we need to improve. Thinking that we are one of the 2 or 3 best team in score goals in